So man, I really, really, really dug this album. This was a completely different than what I was expecting. Before hearing, it was like rock inspired, and I'm loving the inspiration that he's drawn from so many different artists and different genres. The Weeknd is on this retro '80s vibe. He's been on for the last few years, and I see some of that in Yachty's album. I see a lot of classic rock in Yachty's album. Overall, I've had to give a comparison to it. This is Lil Yachty's 808s and Heartbreak. There's so many of the same themes, are portrayed through this album on so many of the songs. A lot of it deals with love, whether it's, pursuing love, the after effects of love, the things love can make you do, the things love can make you see past. It's a lot of that. So to me, this is Lil Yachty's 808s and Heartbreak. To me, it also has a little bit of, I can't remember what The Weeknd's last album was called, but it has that retro 80s sound to it, that aesthetic, that spacey type of feel. There were also moments, in the album where I felt some R&B influence, maybe like, I guess maybe not R&B, but there was a song or two where I was getting some Gap Band feel vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all know who the Gap Band is, you drop the bomb on me. That song, I was getting some of those vibes. Lyrically, in the beginning of the album, I wasn't really feeling the content. Maybe it was because I couldn't quite understand what he was saying, to be honest. But as the album went on and on, I started to get more engaged with it. I started to get more intrigued by the lyrical content and the way that the album was being crafted. The way they all just flow right into each other. Like, you can't even tell where the song's about to start, where the next song's gonna end. It's just seamless. It's completely seamless. As far as features, I couldn't really pick out any features outside of, I swear I thought I heard Frank Ocean. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I thought I heard some Frank up in there. So that really wouldn't be a surprise. I think they've kind of shown a lot of support for each other over the years. Some of the standout tracks for me, probably We Saw the Sun, Drive Me Crazy, The Zone, Say Something, fire track, Paint the Sky, fire. That last song was fire too. There's about 6 standout tracks for me. Really good production too. The production's dope. This was a really good fucking album, Lil Yachty. Like, this guy was not playing any games. He said he wanted to come through and have his music taken more seriously, and this is really fucking good. I don't know whether to call this a rap album. It's a lot of rock influence. I guess you could, the same way we called 808s a rap album. This, like, as I said, maybe 3 or 4 times already, this to me is Lil Yachty's 808s and Heartbreak. And if I had to give an overall score, this is really good. First listen, I might go 7 out of 10. I really like this. 7 out of 10 first listen. Second listen, I'm gonna be honest, I think it's gonna go up because I started liking the album more and more as it went along. I think this is an album that's gonna be very demographic expanding. It has, with that rock influence, I think it might gravitate towards some older people, and also bring some younger people in because retro stuff's been in for a minute now. It's always kind of in, but it's been a big wave with retro, especially 80s. So I think it's gonna grab a lot of different people from different demographics, young, old, white, black. I think a lot of people are gonna really, really like this. It might be a grower for some people, depending on how diverse your palette is when it comes to music. Me, I really do love damn near everything, so I'm more open to kind of genre bending styles. So if you're not a Lil Yachty fan, I would actually highly recommend this album. You know, you might look at, if you were to just look up Lil Yachty, you didn't know anything about him or about this album in particular, you might kind of be put off like, oh, okay, he's just like, you know, a rapper for the young folks. But no, this album, I really do think that's gonna bring in a lot of different people, man. It's, you know, that rock influence. He's, you know, doing a lot of singing, hardly any rapping, you know, as a quote unquote rapper. Really, he's just an artist. I don't always like putting these guys in a box. Some of them are rappers, some of them are singers, but you know, some of these guys are just artists. They just like to create. Like I said, if you're not a fan of his, or if you've never even heard the guy, I definitely recommend listening to this album. This is a great album. And if you're a Lil Yachty fan, you might. It's hard to say. You know, you could be shocked by, you know, what he's creating, but you also might be, you know, inclined to understand that this guy kind of always does something different, you know, out of left field that you might not expect. You know, let me know down in the comments below, you know, what you think of the album. What are some of your standout tracks? If you're not a fan of his, did this album, you know, get you interested in him? And if you are a fan of his, did this album kind of put you off? Let me know down in the comments below. Let's have a little discussion. And I hope you enjoyed this review. Peace. Nah, we're gonna do that. So let me know down in the comments below, you know, do you like the album? What some of your favorite standout tracks? And please like, comment, and subscribe. You know, I prefer comments. I do this, you know, kind of just for fun. And a lot of people kind of want likes, I guess, for the algorithm. Me, man, y'all know. I just like to just get this stuff out here for anybody to enjoy, consume, and really get a discussion going. So that's why I prefer comments. So let's get it going down below. All right, fam. Peace.
Every star in the evening sky seems to light up after tonight. Let's go further, let's get high till the planets.